Caleb was good. He made it. Yeah, beautiful. Where are you going?
Yeah,
Huh?
Hey, this is where you got the...
Give her a drink. Oh, check. Yeah, you want to sit in there? See someone who's going to put their hand up as well.
Yeah, ask Mella all the tough questions.
Yeah.
All right. Woo!
All right, baby.
All right. Good? Good. Let's do it. Come on. First of all, if you're listening to the show, strap yourself in. Slightly different show today. If you are listening, I think you probably have heard the news by now. It's been probably a whirlwind of a 12 hours for you.
Yep.
But my mate to the left here, Warriors player number 7, someone who has excited a nation, a rugby league fan base, a sporting icon here in New Zealand, has decided that, you know what, this year is going to be the last year that I lace the boots up. Shaun Johnson, one heck of a career you've had, man. One that I don't think you probably thought you would have had when you were younger, when you were 4 and you were running around and all you wanted to be was a league player. We sit here today and kind of go, looking back, what an absolute career. And as a friend, as a brother, I speaking on behalf of everyone we have here, so proud of you, bro. So proud of you and everything that you've been able to achieve. We've got the family here behind you as well. Dad, PJ, brother Adam, and I know all your brothers would have been here if they could have. Mum, Sai, wife, Kayla, and the 2 girls, the most important people in your life are all here right now. But thank you for choosing to do this here. I guess kind of jumping into this, bro, it's been a probably crazy year for you. I know this last couple months has been a bit of a whirlwind as well. But how are you feeling, bro? How is Shaun Johnson right now?
Yeah, it's sinking in for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is exactly how I wanted this to happen. I wanted there to be chatter in the background. I wanted, these guys who were there, throughout the whole journey to be here, to sort of cement this moment. The traditional way of doing this, we haven't gone along those paths, could have easier just sat in a room and spoke and, it probably wouldn't have carried much weight for me. So to be able to be in this space, with the most important people in my life and, announce my retirement and reflect on the journey that's been up to this point, because I say that because I've still got a few games left.
Hell yeah.
It is special and it's exactly how I wanted it to unfold.
All right, Shawnee, let's start with, I guess, the thought process, because before this, we arrive here today, obviously it has to start with a thought. When did that all begin for you? Because it's a big word, retirement, and now that we've done this, it's kind of like, I know it's been real for you for a while, but this is one of those ones where, okay, it's real now.
Yeah. Bro, to be honest, I've probably joked about it for a little while now. Real lighthearted, even to my teammates, to the coaching staff, I'll walk in the office and, just joke about, I'll be pulling up a seat here shortly, like alongside you blokes. and I'll, just always sort of refer to, or the boys will make me well aware of my age at times, and it sort of just goes hand in hand with a bit of banter. But when it really sort of settled and sat there in a different manner was when I received the offer back from the Warriors to play on, and I remember like getting confirmation of that and sort of receiving that and having that conversation, and I didn't really feel too much, which was sad,
And probably a first.
It was a first. Every contract that you receive, it's met with like excitement and real gratitude that they're showing faith in you to, want you to stick around.
Run it back.
That's it. So when I sort of had this sense of like, man, I don't necessarily feel a certain way or how I probably should feel in this moment, that was a bit alarming for me.
Yeah.
And that was a good couple of months ago now. That was a good sort of 3 months ago. That was like start of the season, early rounds of the season where, like I just, since that point, have just tried to find reasons to play.
Right.
And it sucked, like
Was it scary?
not necessarily scary. Like obviously security is important and not necessarily knowing what I was going to do next year. That was at times a little bit like that, but just more the fact that like, holy crap, like this can actually go this way where I'm generally could retire, So yeah, bro, it's sort of been since those early rounds.
And we I guess this is kind of why we're doing this, to pull back the curtain ever so slightly. But I imagine families here as well, you would have had these chats with them. We had chats, like just kind of talking about this as well. And you've always played league at this level.
Yeah.
Like you've set your standard this high. And I know for you, especially this year as well, it's also been harder to get out of bed and find just to go, okay, yeah, I'm still here every single day.
Yeah. I always made a promise to myself that I would only ever do something if I was wholeheartedly committed and believed I could genuinely, like just not take part, but be at a real elite level and be the best in my role. And that has been there, for a lot of years. But I just feel like, if I'm being honest, with myself and where I'm at physically, like I do have restrictions on what I am able to do, and it's just the way it is. It comes with age, it comes with wear. And if I'm just honest with myself around that one topic, I don't think I can be at that elite level, to chase a championship, to chase a premiership, which is really the reason all of us play this game.
And run us through those sort of thoughts, because I know sitting with you after the Knights game last year where you go through to play the Broncos, crowd's crazy. It was probably an hour after the game had finished. It was the first time there was silence. I remember seeing this spark in your eye and this hunger when you were talking, going, I know this is the only place I ever want to win. And I know we're so close to doing this. If we don't do it this year, next year after that, we're building something. I know that's hard for you to walk away from.
Yeah, and that's been ultimately the bit that I've struggled with the most over the last couple of months, is just coming to terms with that. Like I feel like the club's in the best place it's ever been in, in my time here. And I do feel like we're on the verge of doing something, although we haven't got the results and we're not where we want to be right now. Like success just doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like that anywhere. And last year was like, that was just a rarity, like that shouldn't have happened.
It was a golden run.
It was, bro. And being able to back that up with teams that put targets on your back now because you've established yourself as a decent team, like it's just, I still have that belief that we can do it, but I trust that, the club is in a better spot, and that they are going to go on and do something special, but I've got to help out in a different way, like moving forward. And it sucks to say that. It sucks to not be the guy, steering the ship. But yeah, like these are all the conversations I've had in my mind, that led me to make this decision.
When did the penny drop? Like, okay, now is the right time for me. Because the difference between, well, there's many differences between you and I, but for me, I feel like I'm not wired like you're wired in terms of I don't think of myself as being like of having the skill sets to be able to drive a team around in the NRL field. So when was it for you in particular the penny dropped and you thought, you know what, this club where I'm at, we're not matching up?
Yeah, I think there's probably a few moments along the way that have just been little alarm bells. Because at the moment, like, I still want to compete hard. You know, like it's not like I've checked out already. So I don't want it to come across with what I'm about to say is that that's the case, you know. But like when you have setbacks, they take its toll. And even like a couple of weeks ago, I was running and working my butt off to get back to a level where I felt like when I'm ready to go back, I'm going to contribute and I'm going to be that guy. But I was running, and I remember just running like I was running these red line shuttles. And it's just a standard conditioning drill. But I'm running it, looking at the ground going, bro, I can't do this for another year. You know, like it's as simple as that. Like, well, not even I can't. It's like I actually don't want to do this for another year. Like, there's aspects of this decision where it's like I know my body is at that breaking point that if I have one more setback, it's going to hurt deep, like really deep. Or playing through an injury just isn't fun or achievable for me anymore. That this year's shown me that. There's also the bit where it's like the other side of the conversation where it's like I'm kind of excited to try do something else now. You know, like running these shuttles, you know, like there's more to it now, you know, like I'm excited for change. I'm excited to go down this path of like, what can my life look like? What can be my purpose to get me out of bed and do something different that challenges me, as opposed to coming in every day, you know, like trying to be your best physically, trying to be your best mentally, be judged, you know, like just be in the public eye being judged. And yeah, that sort of weight has sort of started to tip the other way where I'm like, okay, man, I'm starting to feel, you know, just as excited about what's next as
That's so good to hear, because I feel like a lot of athletes get trapped at a point where they just can't let go, right? And to hear the excitement, because this is very much a celebration of, and this, you can't say this, but it's probably our greatest ever rugby league player we've ever seen in this country. So this is a celebration of your moments, and to hear that you have things to look forward to, that you know that this is your time to look forward to other stuff in your career and in your life, brings me as a fan great joy, but also like a nice moment for, I think, a lot of fans to be able to thank you for the moments they've given you as well. It's been, it's dumb because I want to thank you for moments that you don't even know you've provided me. From Warriors wins to games with the Kiwis, bro, where like your career has brought me so much joy. And I know a lot of people watching will be feeling the same. So to hear that you have something that you are looking forward to means a lot to us as fans as well. We sit there and think to ourselves, you know, you'll still be at Mount Smart, or you'll still be at Go Media Stadium. You may not be on the field, but we know you'll be around. But you'll still be involved in the game. We know you're looking forward to greater things. You've been able to go out in your own way, right?
Yeah, and that's probably the bit where like all of this is just at the moment just tearing me, because there is that bit of excitement for what's next. There is that bit of excitement where I'm really excited to build a life after footy, have different challenges. Like that's all there. But the bit that like just is eating me at the moment, and like I think about it and I just get choked up, has just not been able to experience running out, you know, like running out in front of those people that I've loved playing in front of, you know, all those years. And like I say the bit earlier about being judged, but that goes both ways. Like I've felt so much love and positivity, you know, these people that have given me a platform, you know, to like just showcase and just be me, you know, like, and that's all rugby league is. Like me and my brother, like he was the halfback, I was the 5'8". We played it because we loved the game growing up, you know, and then I get to go do it for the team that I only ever wanted to do it for. And here I am 12, 13 years later, like talking about the journey. Like the bit I'm going to miss is running out, bro, of that tunnel to like the best fans in the world, just wanting the best for us. That's all it is. That love and that compassion that they put out and just project out onto us to be the best that we can be. Like, that's the bit I'm going to miss the most, and the training and all that, we can laugh like, bro, I'm not going to miss running a shuttle or anything like that, like, of course, like that's tough, but that's all worth it when you get to experience what not many people get to experience, and that's running out and playing the game you love with your best mates in front of the best fans in the world. So
Tell us about the moment where you talked to your best mates in the club room today. It's been an absolutely, I can't imagine how emotionally draining it has been for you. Tell us about, telling the boys that this would be your last season.
Bro, it's fun. I'm actually starting to think it would have been easier if we just did a presser. Just gone down the traditional route. Just got everyone in one space because, bro, I'm drained. But, yeah, I just wanted it to be more meaningful and more real and more me. Like, I don't need to talk to people that, frick, are the guys that have probably wrote those negative headlines about me anyway. It was a big relief once I got that message across, and my whole point to it was just get up, be direct, say what you need to say, and sit down. Like, I didn't want to get up and be all sloppy and emotional. I just wanted to let them know first, because they deserve that. They have my utmost, like, I just respect everyone in that room so much that they had to be the first people. They had to definitely know before this came out anywhere else, and it had to come from me. So that's all this morning was about, and they got around me and made me feel, very comfortable in my decision, which is probably the best part about it. A couple of the boys giving me a bit of stick about it was a bit of a shock, and surely not. But other than that, like, yeah, it was a cool moment just to be able to have with them.
How does it feel when you tell them? Is it in the moment? Is it that weight off the shoulders, or is it only you will know that? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't get this call right.
Nah.
How was that feeling when you told the boys?
Bro, no, it's definitely something, like, a little bit of a weight's gone off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you've got to carry it, and like I said, I've known sort of in my gut for some time now that this is what I want. But I was almost too scared to really just say it to the people that could actually make it happen.
Yeah.
I would constantly, like, I mentioned it to Kayla last week, and she just said, it just almost felt like another time I'd said it to her, and then I sort of say it to the coach or the CEO, Cam George, and it's like, well, frick, they can't take that back,
Yeah.
and now it's done, and that's where I got to with it. I was like, I just need to say this to someone that can hold me really accountable for it, because I've felt this way for too long. So, yeah, I sort of gave the family a heads up last week that this was going to unfold, and then it's obviously happened pretty quick since.
I've obviously been around you for a while now, and I've seen the special bond that you have with your family, with your friends, with Kay. It's kind of actually revolves, I guess, kind of around the person you are. But you obviously have to talk to someone first. Who did you speak to first when you go, okay, maybe this might be a thing?
Yeah, bro, it's not. I've got, like, and that's why it was so important to have, like, these people that are in this room here. Like, I've got, and I really encourage anyone listening to this that is in any sort of situation, like, create a strong soundboard for yourself, a support network that is unbreakable. Like, because without these guys throughout my whole journey, bro, like, it just would have been, I genuinely believe it would have been a far different journey. So, like, Kayla's the first point of call, like, and only she could tell you when the first time I mentioned this to her was, and it might even surprise some people. It's probably longer than what I'm even thinking.
Yeah.
Adam probably understands, I've said it before, he understands my career better than most. He understands me as a person and what drives me. And I think the best part about Adam and having him in my corner throughout my career is that he's never, how do you say it? You've never envied? Yeah, he's along those lines anyway, eh?
Never envied what you do.
Yeah, like, and it's just refreshing to hear that, because he sees it for what it is. A lot of people can easily sit there and be like, you get paid thousands of dollars to pass a ball around, go do it. Like, but you never sign a contract when you agree to these terms and conditions to be judged, be built up just to be torn down. The injuries, the setbacks, the ups and downs, everything that comes with being an athlete, like, you think you sign it just to go out there and play rugby league, So I mean, having these guys, obviously my mum and my dad, like it's, and then there's people that aren't in this room, you know, that have just played such a big role. You know, Pete, my manager, these are all guys I've literally expressed this feeling that I've had inside too for some time, and they've all offered me a different perspective on it. You know, like they haven't all agreed with the decision, you know, like, which is fine, but it's their opinion that I value and that I trust.
Yeah.
And then through conversation and a bit more understanding, it starts to become a little bit clearer. So yeah, bro, everyone in this room, yeah, I've just been really lucky to have just real solid support.
I guess this is a question that's probably going to come out over the next couple of days as well, but just coming off the back of the game in the weekend, people are going to ask, is this an emotional sort of a feeling that we're doing this now? Or
yeah.
I guess you've kind of stated today that it's been something that's been turning in your head for a long time, but the question's going to come is this emotional off the back of the weekend? And you can sit here and go, no, it's not.
Yeah. No, I can. Nah, I reckon old Jim Bob, who commented SJ needs to pass the torch after the game, he's the reason I'm here. Nah, bro, like, and this was happening either way.
Yep.
Like, result aside. I got enough out of the game. I know we would have loved to win. I would have loved to win. But there was more to talk. For me, there was more to that game on Friday night than just the 2 points. And I got what I needed to out of that game. And this, like I said, bro, this has been in the pipeline for some time. It just feels nice. I would have loved to have said off the back of a win.
Yeah.
But we don't all get that little fairy tale. I would love to say it and we're sitting where we were this time last year.
Yeah.
But, bro, it's just not meant to be. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not scared of coming out and saying it and worrying about what other people are going to say because of some result. Well, 80 minutes of football, you know, like. So, yeah, bro, that's where I'm at with it. And like I said, man, this was going to happen either way.
It's such a... I know when we're having this conversation, it's obviously something's coming to an end, you know, and it's something that you've known for such a long time. It's Shaun the Rugby League player.
Yeah.
You know, every weekend we're going to see you on Saturday.
Can I just butt in there?
Yeah.
No, because I think the narrative's starting to change, eh?
What's that?
Bro, I was at Mount Smart in the weekend, obviously. And I might be getting known as Shaun Johnson, the podcaster now.
Oh, come on now. So it's I don't want actually no smoke coming this way for this being a reason that you accelerated, all right? We worked out it was already happening before the podcast started, all right?
That's it, a long time before. But it's nice to see that, hey, maybe I'm not just known as Shaun Johnson, the rugby league player. That's all I want to say.
I do love that. And there's celebrations coming with what we're doing as well. But in saying that, what's been the hardest part of this process? Because I know this has been tough for you.
Yeah, the hardest part has been, like, I think, like, the honesty piece, but just with myself. Like I said to you, bro, I held on to really committing to this because I was trying to find reasons to play. I was trying to find little, like, oh, yeah, but, you know, like, you're feeling good now. You know, go back and just play a few weeks. And literally every little reason, you know, I was just trying to find it. And when I did find it, it didn't make me feel any different. So just being honest with myself, like, this is the time. You know, it's okay that this is the time. Yeah, it's going to be sad. But, like, what's that saying, bro? Because I've sort of been referring it to a little bit. And this is how I've said it in my head. Like, don't be sad that it's done. Be happy that it happened. Like, and that's sort of where I've sat with it. That's made me be, like, okay with it. Like,
You never could have believed it would have happened like this,
no
right?
way, bro.
Because how do you feel when you were talking about it before with you guys grew up together? All you wanted to do was play rugby league with your best friends. You did it with your brother, with the club that you love. And then you hear Mark say that, and you probably are the greatest warrior to ever wear a jersey. Like,
bro, is this mic on, Matua? Should we get...
It is indeed, yeah.
Ed, do you want to... Because... and reason I wanted Ed's, well, see if he's keen to jump on is because, like, he can probably help me tell the story, like, of, like, when we were, like, younger and, like, hey, like, bro, you know better than anyone, like, how this was purely just a dream for so long. This whole journey, like, everything that I'm reflecting on right now, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you had a fridge in the back of your car for protein bars, and, you know, he lived the life of, like, you
Of
know,
a sports athlete.
yeah, of someone trying to make it, and the tubs of protein and the cans of tuna and that cheap bulk to get some
Oh, you need to put on
size
some
and-
weight.
Yeah, bro.
But it was always
mass factor.
like, yeah, I mean, rugby league was your path. It was never really talked about you were going to do anything else.
Yeah. It was like we just committed. Like, we played with this, like, did you ever really want to do it? Was it like you just sort of had a jam, eh? You were
Yeah,
like,
I liked playing.
You play Warriors Juniors though, didn't you?
Look, and that's what's so quickly forgotten around here. that, Sean's
showed
not
me
the
the
only one
highlights.
to lace the number 7 up at the Wires.
Adam was a hitman. He showed me the highlights.
And
it's one of those things. Like, we played, I loved attack, Adam loved defense. And I remember getting told multiple times, you need to learn how to tackle if you want to play this sport, or you need to put on size if you want to play this sport. And, like, to think back, like, from where we were all playing park footy for the Raiders, age group stuff, to, like, bro, I've just played 13 seasons in the NRL. I've just played over 200 games for the Warriors. Like, that to me is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's never been crazy to me, but now that the end's here
Yeah.
or near, like, it is out of this world. Like, that just is wild. Yeah.
Ads, what's it been like? And I know, actually being around, it's so genuine between you. And when you said before, you don't envy anything Shaun's done, 100%, I've seen that from you. But what's it been like from, I guess, a brother standpoint of view? And you can step in and I guess, answer on behalf of all the brothers. But what's it been like seeing Shaun out there every weekend?
yeah, I mean, it's been unreal. Like, we are spectators as well, and we love the game as well. So we are fans. And to see him go out there and do it is crazy. But, like, I don't know how to explain it, but we're almost a little different because we don't see him as Shaun the Rugby League player, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know. That try versus the Broncos, if it happened down at Hibscus Coast,
Seen it before?
like, we're probably buzzing just as much. Like, you step 13 dudes and, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It almost doesn't have that same aura. Like, not underselling his achievements, but it's, we see him a little different. Well, I do anyway, like
Yeah.
I still buzz out when people, it still feels funny when people call him by his first and last name, Like,
I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you. Also, you could probably relax a little bit now too, because you were all ready to go toes with anybody who had comments left, right, or center. Adam would bite back. For anybody, so you can, I guess, chill on that side of things as well. I guess you've always had a bit of spare time as well, but now it's Shaun the uncle. Obviously, you've got another one's coming. Like, you get the other side of, I guess you get Shaun back. And
Yeah.
I don't think that everyone gets to say thank you to the families enough, because it's almost like you allow this person access to the world, and in doing so, you give up heaps of time with them.
Well, we can go, like, we don't have to plan our family holidays around an off season, right?
Right.
Like, we only get 4 weeks leave a year, so,
Oh, that's so true, bro. Holy crap. Yeah, we can do stuff, hey?
yeah, we can do stuff. So, like, I'm looking forward to, it's the retirement from rugby league, but that's it, there's another career starting. It's probably going to be just as celebrated. Like, there's plenty of, you can take a lot of what he's learnt from rugby league into business or into, that leadership, that work ethic. You can take all that with you. So, yeah, he's played rugby league, but he would have learnt a lot along the way doing it.
How are you feeling, bud?
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, bro, this is just perfect for how I wanted this to unfold.
Yeah.
Like, this has just made me best way to finish the day on what's been a pretty big day. Like, having these guys here, hearing Ads speak, like, and it's going to have to be put on hold, you know, because there's still some games here that
Jobs to do.
I just want to go after wholeheartedly, and we get an opportunity this weekend to do it, and it's going to be the last time I get to run out at Suncorp this weekend. You know, like it's starting to really start to sink in. So these moments are going to be cherished, and yeah, bro, just again, like without these guys in the room, Kayla holding it down out there with the girls who are running amok, like I just know I'm not me, you know, I'm not me, and I wouldn't have had the journey I've had, because like almost like weirdly, in a weird way, what I'm quite proud about is the fact that I've never been in the media for like something bad.
I actually said that to you.
Yeah,
I said that when Shaun called me and we were talking about just his retirement. I was like, you know, you've got a lot of records, bro, but I don't know if there's like any out there that have played like 250 odd games and didn't get too boozed and run over the top of a car, or like get caught in the cubicle at a, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we know the stories.
And you know, we've had some big nights, but like that probably goes like he's never been too. Think he was bigger than, you know, any other crew he was with. Like, there's been times where like it's been like have a water, and he's had his water, or we're going, and he's going. Like, I remember my older brother like used to throw ice at him when he was like, you know,
starting to carry on,
you know, and it was he used to get checked with ice cubes in the face trying to be cool by the brother in the corner, you know, and it's like, okay.
It's and like to me, I am proud about that, you know. When he mentioned it to me, I was like, bro, actually, you know what, like, and I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm a saint, you know, like we've had moments, but hey, we didn't get caught.
It just means he stopped when Snapchat come out.
and like even like for mum and dad, like even just, you know, to think of if I ever put our family name, you know, in that sort of way, just the disappointment and embarrassment I would have felt. So there's going to be a lot of reflecting, but I just think this has been a crazy ride. Like, it really has. Ultimately, it's just been an absolute blast, and it's gone like that, bro, like so fast now that I'm sitting here and we're talking about it. But I've got at least 4 games left to go and do something. With them. So that's where my mind's at. You know, and I just want to thank, just quickly, because there's going to be a lot of thanks given, you know, throughout and after the season's done, when it's properly done. But I do just want to thank, like, the fans. Obviously, I've given thanks to people in here. And I'll get to, you know, the people that I can get to in terms of my coaches and teammates and stuff. But I do want to thank the fans in particular, and the people listening to this, because, you know, I got a little bit choked up before thinking about the platform you guys have given me to be me. And, like, there's been some real loyal, hearty day ones there that have always had my back, and I know you have. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, for believing in me, and for cheering on, you know, like, and just letting me feel your energy and hear you, because it certainly doesn't go unnoticed. And I'm extremely grateful that, you know, you guys have given me this platform to continue and build into whatever I do next.
No, we're glad you came, because we didn't get studios like this until you showed up. So we're glad you're here too.
Hey, Shaun, can I just ask, what's so special about this club, this Warriors franchise, the very club that you said you wanted to play for at the very, very start, and also, you know, one that you came back to after knowing that you could play in Cronulla? And you've talked about the fans, but what is it about this club in particular that you know is going to be probably the thing that you'll miss the most, I imagine, when you do hang the boots up for that last time? Can you put it into words? Can we put it into a little bottle and sell it at the chemist?
It's going to be hard to do. It is going to be hard to. I think, like, the club, like, how do I articulate, bro? Like, the club for me, like, it represents, like it almost represents like a dream, you know? Like, like I had a dream that I just wanted to represent the Warriors. You know, like I remember watching Stacey run around. I remember taking our exchange student and going and sitting in the West Stand and watching them run around in 07 or 06. Like it provides like opportunity to go and achieve dreams. Like that's what I feel like the Warriors does. And they're going to be even better at doing it for the next few years because of the pathways that they're now creating for our young boys, our young girls coming through the system to go and do exactly what I've been able to do. Like the people inside the place are wholehearted, they're caring, they're people. They're people first. They're not business first, they're people first. And for me, that's their biggest quality. The conversation I have with the head coach, the first thing we speak about is nothing to do with footy. And if it is to do with footy, damn, it must be important. You know, like the CEO's door, Cam George's door is always open. He's got glass as his wall, so you see him. He's transparent. Like the workspace is just a space you want to be a part of, and I feel like they're creating an environment there where you can just exceed, you can achieve, and it's like I still want to be a part of that space, and somehow I'm going to weasel my way in there for a job.
That'll make a lot of fans happy. Good
I'm
man.
going to chuck the CV in and see if I can pick up a gig somewhere.
Oh, they know the CV. You're good.
But it's a place that you just want to be a part of, and if I probably haven't done it justice, but you know, in a roundabout way, that's how I would describe the Warriors. You know, and when I left, this is nothing against the Sharks because they played an amazing role in my journey and in my career. But I wanted to go. I just wanted to come back. I wanted to come back. So
I'd imagine too, like the fan base probably mimics a lot of what you've just said. Do you know what I mean? Like they're good people. I know when I turn up, I'm blown away by the kind-heartedness. There are a lot of people there who you know, win or lose, they're coming back the next week, and that's the clubs. You're so right. You have come back and you've left it at an absolutely premium place, which must be great for you to feel.
yeah, it's nice to know that I've been a part of that shift. You know, and creating a product there that people want to just show up week in, week out for. Like that is something I'm really proud of. And I think, you know, like for all of our flaws as fans that are quick to be pointed out, you know, the bandwagoners, the quick to turn on your team, they are the minority. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes they feel like they're the majority and they're loud, but they'll always be the minority. And I went down to Wellington to watch the netball final, and I had a handful of people come up but address me in the most respectful way and just I was like, do you guys know I'm retiring? Or like that's what it felt like. You know, they were like, bro, I just want to let you know, like, bro, you're the man. Like forget the league player, you're the man, you know, like, and we appreciate everything you've done, you know? And they're the people. They're the people that are behind our club, so they're the ones that need to be celebrated.
Before a couple more things. Just before we go, it's a game that you love. What do you think you're going to miss the most about the game?
Yeah, it's going to definitely be like running out to Mount Smart, like, and achieving something with your mates. Like, there's no more satisfying feeling than after you've won and you've executed what you've wanted to execute all week. Like that feeling, that's what I'm going to miss. That sense of achievement, that sense of satisfaction of just achieving what you set out to achieve. You know, like, you know, I ran out on the weekend and I just took it all in. Like I was hit by it. So there's that side of it. There's the buzz of like, holy crap. I know people don't get to experience this, you know, like you're in the middle of the arena and people are just going crazy.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the biggest thing I'm going to miss is when you achieve something with your mates. Right from the first conversation of that week about how you're going to beat the opposition, you put in the reps, you put in the hard work, you put in the contact sessions, and then you get to go out there and you deliver. That feeling.
Any performance in particular, you'll hold close to your chest and be like, man, that's one to keep. That's one to keep up.
Yeah, probably that one against Newcastle last year. Was it a prelim? Yeah, like, you know, it was the final before we got to go to the prelim, and that was just like, at Mount Smart and we just put on a clinic that night. I don't think anyone could have beat us that night. If that was grand final, we're winning.
We're winning.
You know, and that's how I felt, and that's everything flowed that night, everything clicked, and that's the performance that I'll hold on to.
I kind of touched on this ever so slightly before, but in order for you to be this rugby league player and to hold the standard, people have to make sacrifices. You got your family behind you, but also Kayla does as well. Now, as good as a rugby league player you are, you're a better dad. And now you really get to be a dad. How exciting for that is you? Not that you haven't been, but now it's all about the kids.
Yeah, that's the best. That's been the silver lining in this year. That's been, you know, like up and down in terms of physical and being able to play. The silver lining's been I've been at home a whole heap more and got to experience what it might be like, you know, if I do finish up. And it's just been the best. Like all of us here.
Yeah.
Like it's our purpose. It's what everything we do is we do it to provide them with the best environment to just to grow up in and just to have fun in. And I'm so looking forward to that. You know, I'm so looking forward to having more weekends at homes. I'm pretty sure Kayla is too. She's going on holiday. So it's all ahead of me, bro, and that's the piece where I start to get really excited.
And just finally, what is next? Have you got any idea what's next?
Hopefully there's someone listening to this that's got a good gig somewhere. I am available. I am ready. My brother is a part of a construction company. So
No, you ain't getting your hands dirty, brother. I know that's for damn sure you ain't doing that.
No, I've got a few things, and like I would certainly stress, you know, I've had teammates in the past that have finished up their careers, and it's very common that you are unsure about what's next, but I wanted to really make sure that that wasn't going to be the case for me and my family. So I've got a few opportunities, I've got a few options, and one of them is definitely being involved with the club.
Oh, that wasn't a joke.
No, so that wasn't a joke.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so we've got 7 teams next year, and I think there's a role there at the club around a specialist coach, a coach that can work with our young halves, our young key spine members, and help them learn the game and start to think and view the game the way that you need to, you know, if you want to play at the top level. So I think I would have loved that sort of advice when I was coming through. I would have loved to have someone that can help educate me and guide me in that way. So that's certainly something I'm going to be passionate about and setting that up and doing that with the club. I also want to set up my own academy.
Here we go.
Yeah, I want to have a Shaun Johnson Rugby League academy. You know, that can be all tiers, whether it's a school holiday program and I just go out there and high five and throw a ball around with some kids. Or if it's detailed, where I work with small groups of players in Auckland and around the country that want to take the game to the next level.
Really give back to the game.
Yeah, bro. Like,
That has given you so much.
it's as simple as that for me. We've got this that we're building here.
Come on.
I'm excited to see where we can take this. And then, yeah, like why can't there just be lots of things that I want to go and get after, you know? Like, why not? So,
I love that.
yeah, bro, I know I'm going to be okay, but it certainly doesn't necessarily make the decision, you know,
Any easier.
Any easier,
Man, is there anything, I guess, that you want to say before we wrap this one up?
No, I think I've said it all. Yeah, what a day, and I'm just extremely grateful to have you guys help me deliver it in this manner. I've had my best mate, Logan Dodds, behind the lens all day, helping me capture this, because this is stuff that I want to be able to look back on and show Miller and show Saatchi, you know, in the years to come, that, you know, this is how we decided to do it. And if you've tuned in for this, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the listen. Like, I really do, and I hope that, you know, we've answered some of your questions. But I'll see you out at Mount Smart. I've got one more game left at Mount Smart, man.
Come on.
Bro, and that's going to be on.
Oh, we'll be there with open arms.
We'll be there. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I guess on behalf of everyone here, I'm glad that you felt comfortable enough to do this in a safe place to do this. And on behalf of everyone who has listened, watched your career, you said thanks for them. We want to thank you. Love you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Maga.